Thanks for joining me for this next lesson of Advent. This is the lesson for the second Sunday in Advent. And you remember, Advent is the time of purple, the time of royalty. But this king is going to be different. We know from last week, the first Sunday of Advent, we lit one candle on our Advent wreath, and we remembered the prophets who knew what God wanted them to say or do, and they told the people to watch and listen. Something amazing was going to happen in Bethlehem. So on our first square, we lit our first candle to help us enjoy the light of the prophets. And your card that you have in your house can be set up like this. For the second Sunday in Advent, we remember again that something incredible is going to happen in Bethlehem. This is the day that we light our second candle. So if you have an Advent wreath, you can light 2 candles on your Advent wreath. And this is the day that we remember the Holy Family. You see Bethlehem here on this card. And I'll show it on your card too. Here's Bethlehem, and here's the road going to Bethlehem. On that road, you have the Mother Mary, and you have the Father Joseph. And if you have a donkey in your nativity, you can add the donkey too. This is the day that we remember the Holy Family, Joseph and Mary, who obeyed God and went on their journey towards Bethlehem. At that time, Mary was about to have a baby. And when you are about to have a baby, it can be very hard to walk on a long journey. So there would be times that she may have had to ride on the donkey. But when you're about to have a baby, it can also be very hard to ride on a donkey. So there were probably times that Mary chose just to walk. They must have been some of the last people coming into Bethlehem that night. Like many of our stories before, we can learn about the family that God chose to be the parents in this world of God's Son when we read more about them. If you want to know more about Mary, about the angel that visited her, and about her choice to obey the Lord, you can read about it in Luke chapter 1, verses 26 through 38. And if you'd like to know a little bit more about Joseph, the father that protected Mary, that cared for Jesus when he was a small boy, that taught Jesus a trade. If you want to learn more about Joseph, you can read about Joseph's choice to obey God in Matthew 1, verses 18 through 25. It's this family that God asked to care for the baby Jesus. And they're on their way to Bethlehem. Let us enjoy the light of the prophets, and let us enjoy the light of the Holy Family as they make their way to Bethlehem. Amen.